And welcome to another episode of the Bama Geeks. Hello.
Hello. Hi there.
Maybe this time you'll get video clips on YouTube.
What?
Huh? Yeah, the last couple of weeks from the last episode was kind of nuts, and I didn't get around to chopping up the video portion. So that was a Patreon only exclusive full video content. If you want to jump in on that, as always, patreon.com/Bama Geeks. We'll plug it later.
Sure.
But we've spent the last 25 minutes or so talking with our Patreon members and deciding what movies we're going to be seeing throughout this horror and holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got some plans. It's going to be nice.
I believe we do have some plans. Yes.
So hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being a part of us. Hit us up on social media at Bama Geeks. We're everywhere. Just at Bama Geeks. You'll find us. Interact with us. We'll talk about it again later. So we're going to go round table, and we got something special that we discovered today. And Midgie there, my lovely wife, Jessica,
Hello.
is going to give you a fact. If you're listening to this, this was 2 days ago as a release date. This happens Monday, October 3rd.
Yes.
So for us tonight, it's tomorrow. For you, enjoy it next year.
Hope we didn't skew that timeline
Wibbly
up for
wobbly,
you. Just
timey-wimey stuff.
But I get little emails, the whole, what is the national so-and-so thing we're celebrating for a particular day?
She only subscribes to this list to make sure she doesn't miss Taco Day.
That is actually Tuesday, by the way. I did notice there is a Taco Day.
On October 4th?
Yes, on October 4th. Yes.
Well, look at that.
You are correct.
So now, dear listener, you have missed 2 wonderful days if you didn't know.
All right.
So on October the 3rd, I discovered that this is known as National Kevin Day. Did you know this? See, he had no idea this was coming. And I told Brock, I was like, well, how about that? October 3rd is known as National Kevin Day.
I have my own holiday.
You do.
You do.
That's sweet.
So,
and that is the day of the year that all Wi-Fi works.
So let me tell you what I learned about National Kevin Day. And according to the description, it says everybody needs love, including anyone named Kevin.
Yes.
If you have been neglecting your Kevins lately, here's your chance to right a wrong. National Kevin Day, aka National Hug Kevin Day, not to be confused with Kevin Day, a British comedian, takes place on October 3rd or April 20th. I don't get that, but anyway.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just realized that. That's Bo's birthday.
Well, on top of that, my legal middle name is Kevin.
Shut up.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait a
Right.
minute. Wait a minute. Bo.
They made that holiday for you, Bo.
Bo, wait a minute. Seriously?
Yes, my legal name is, of course, Mark Kevin Bearden Jr.
Oh.
Don't Google him.
I knew about the Mark.
It's all right.
I knew about the Mark, but I didn't know about the Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the Kevin either.
I never use it. Like I said, Bo has always been a nickname I've had forever. So sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the Kevin.
Revelations
My bad.
Bama Geeks. This is
No. So next time we do this, Bo, you're gonna put your name in as Kevin, and I'll put mine in as Earl or something.
But see, the dates, they say that the difference of the date is depending on how much traffic social media users generate for either day. So that's just what it says. That's what I'm reading. But anyway, bottom line, grab a Kevin with permission, of course, and give them a hug.
You can grab me. You don't need permission. It's fine. I'm cool. I like hugs. Yeah. I like hugs.
There is a history of National Kevin Day. I don't know if you want me to go into that. I'm just asking.
History of National Kevin. Like
yeah, the history of national.
Like how it started.
Yeah, the first Kevin we can find on record is Saint Kevin in the 6th century Ireland. He sounds like quite the chap, having founded Glendalory Abbey in the Kingdom of Leinster. He is one of the patron saints of the Archdiocese of Dublin.
He's a Lannister. Send our regards.
I guess I read that right.
If you're listening in Ireland, please let us know at
Yes.
Bama Geeks on social media.
Says that
How badly did she butcher that?
Says things got pretty quiet on the Kevin front from then up until the 20th century, when Kevin became a very popular name, particularly in the 1950s. Many attribute the name's rise in popularity to the actor Kevin McCarthy, who shot to fame for his role in Death of a Salesman in 1951.
It wasn't for UHF?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
Well, Bo, since you and I are very similar in ages, I would be curious as to if you got Kevin like I got Kevin. I was named after a character in General Hospital named Kevin.
I'm not sure. Like I said, since I'm passed on, I'm a junior, so that would be from my father's namesake. My dad was born in the 50s, so
no. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this just blows my mind. I had no idea that there was a Kevin tied to you, Bo. This
You learned something new.
I know.
Well, like let's say it's the weird thing about, like I said, everyone's like, you don't look like a Kevin. I guess I always get that you look like a Bo. I guess I don't know.
I have never had anybody come to me and say I don't look like a Kevin.
Well,
I don't know. It might be one of those personality things. People know you from
Maybe.
one way, or it's what they associate you with.
Yeah.
Well, we want to. We just want to make sure we recognize the Kevins of our little universe.
And there we go. Our two favorite guys right there.
And
Happy Kevin Day 2 days ago and tomorrow.
And friend of the podcast, Kevin Brooks.
Yes.
Yes, Kevin Brooks.
Yes.
Kevron.
Yes. And he will hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he will. Hi, Kevin. Look, SpongeBob. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
So you guys know what you have to eat for dinner tomorrow. Chili.
Why do we have to eat chili tomorrow?
Why?
Kevin, The Office.
Oh, Kevin's
gosh,
favorite.
what?
God.
I feel like
I have to undercook the onions, though. That's the main thing.
Why did I
You
not
have to eat it
catch
off the
that?
floor too.
Oh, why did I not?
How about
catch
no?
Yeah.
How about no?
that? How about that, senor?
Chili powder is not one of my favorite things. It mixes with me well.
Well,
But-
It's the heartburn aspect, you sickos.
I would be the one cleaning it up, and I have a dog, so that's gross.
But there is a National Taco Day on October 4th. So,
Well,
but
Taco Tuesday is October 4th, guys.
yes, exactly. So, you know,
every year, or is they just schedule it on this Tuesday
I
to be
don't-
convenient?
I don't know, but it just says October 4th, National Taco Day.
Okay.
There's so many national days, it's hard for me to keep up nowadays.
There's one every day of a
So
couple.
So when
of
I
a
go
few
into
things.
work tomorrow, and granted, this is going to be in the past for you guys, but when I go into work tomorrow, I'm
Mhm.
going to tell them it's
Yes.
Appreciated Kevin Day.
Yes.
Okay. It is
Mhm.
my day now.
Tell them to
And
look it up. It exists. It's true.
It is a
I'm
thing.
not just making that up. I get those because I like to write little fun facts on our boards and quotes and stuff in the office. So I get the whole weekly email of what little holidays are coming up. So I was really glad to see that one today. I'm so glad I was able to share that.
Well, look at
Thank
that. And a surprise Kevin to boot.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
I had
we
no
had
idea.
we had Kevin Gardner, who was surprised, and then Bo Kevin, who surprised us.
Incognito.
Yeah.
We all got
Well,
to
that
learn
is-
something new about Bo that we didn't know.
That's yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
Fantastic.
Bama Geeks fun facts.
This is great. That's a great way to start the show.
I
I'm
agree.
OG Kevin. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
He claims it. Bo, you are the youngest of the bunch anyway.
Yes. So yeah, you got me there. In my
You may-
sprawling 41 years.
You may be a junior, but you got a senior below you.
All right.
If you're watching the video. So yeah, that's fantastic. I love learning new things.
I do
Yeah,
about
too.
old
thanks, Jess.
friends.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, we were driving, and this is going to segue to Talladega. The race was today. This is Sunday night for us. We were driving past Talladega, and she goes, "Oh, tomorrow's National Kevin Day." I'm like, "How do you know that?" and so she was like, so she started reading all that stuff off to me. I said, you got to hold that and save it. We got to surprise
Mhm.
our Kevin
Yep.
with it. So there you go. So yeah, speaking of, I just, and I had and we're going to do the round table with Bo and Kevin and Jess and me, but just real quick, I'm going to share the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
And we'll describe it for you if you're not.
Yeah,
that's good.
And this is just a quick question. We're not going to get into a long discussion. It's just something that threw me for a loop, because we live in Alabama, and my kids live to the east of us. There's one state to the east of us. Figure what that one is. And so we were taking them back to their mother today, and hang on, it's doing something funky. The screen
Of course it is.
So we were driving past Talladega, which is
Talladega Superspeedway.
Yeah,
Yes.
Talladega Superspeedway.
Because there's a Talladega County and a Talladega City, so we need to be specific.
Yeah, Talladega Superspeedway, where NASCAR races, the big honking NASCAR track. Usually, this place is packed to the gills with people, and I'm just kind of curious, and I'm sharing the screen here. There it is. If you're watching on YouTube, look how sparse that is.
Yeah.
Usually, and what we're looking at for audio listeners is, you see the NASCAR grandstand, the Talladega grandstand in the background. You see the tower that keeps track of who the leaders are, and in the foreground, we're driving on I-2059, or I-20 at this point. It's not 2059 here, but on I-20, and there's campers and tents and everything set up, but you can see grass.
Yep.
And that's the important part, because usually you
Very
can't
unusual.
see grass. Yeah. So is NASCAR dying? Because it looked like this, and less people on the other side of the other side of this picture. There's a big hill that usually people are just camped out on. There was nobody up there. There's hardly anybody out in this green space.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. That's just something that struck me today. Is wow, it's a year where there are no restrictions that I'm aware of. For people being there, as far as COVID and pandemic and stuff.
Well, you said, Brock, that we really weren't going to get into it, and I won't get too far into this, but I can say that from the perspective of NASCAR's core fan base, NASCAR in the previous years have probably made some questionable decisions that have kind of potentially alienated some of their fan base. Plus, take that into account, as well as gas prices. And just what it costs to get there right now. It's crazy.
Gas prices. It's understandable too.
I know the ratings have been going down, for the better part of a few years. I used to be a huge NASCAR fan.
Me too.
I used to watch all the time. You couldn't pull me away on Sundays. I would go to the races. I've been to Talladega a few times, been to Atlanta a few times. And this just, I was like, wow, I didn't know they were hurting like that. But anyway, like I said, we don't have to definitely stay on this topic and get in on it.
Well, it's just well, you as an Alabamian, like I said, Talladega was, it was the thing. I mean, it's it was, a lot of people, they planned their whole weekend around it and everything, and
it's like the first NASCAR race I went to, which I think was like back in 1999, 2000, maybe 2001. We came to Talladega for the first time, and I remember parking like a mile or two away and walking to the track. You couldn't find a place to park.
Yeah.
And looking at this, you can pull almost to the track itself and park.
Yep.
Yeah. And this,
I'm willing to bet it has something to do with, all of the above, but also I would suspect that prices have gone up as well.
I haven't really seen a price of a ticket in ages.
I don't know what the prices are. So,
and just this may be a duh. I know this moment, but for those of y'all listening, just so you realize, as it relates to the state, this is the same Talladega that was Talladega Nights. you know,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. So
Mhm.
This is that track.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is the track.
It's a
This
famous
is-
track.
right? So
Well, and I
So-
can
And it-
tell you, without divulging, we try to guard our locations and places we live, because obviously we want to keep that stuff private. But I don't live very far from
Mhm.
Talladega Superspeedway.
Yeah.
And normally when Talladega is going on, I notice
Mm-hmm.
a difference in traffic. I notice a difference in the amount of people that are moving around. Didn't notice
Right.
anything at all. I mean, it
Right.
just was like any normal day.
Yeah, we saw zero. Usually, state troopers have been, because I know all this because my dad is a retired state trooper, and he used to have to go cover the Dega races all the time. They would pull troopers from all over the state to come work this
Mhm.
race. We didn't see the first state trooper near the track today.
No, not at all.
In fact, we didn't see any troopers between Birmingham and where we exit.
Which is odd.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
There are no state troopers.
Is it because they don't need them anymore because they have their own private security there, or is it, or was
Well,
that just? You're thinking it's indicative of they're not needing them, but it could be because that they've got their own police force there.
Well, I mean, they always help with traffic, just
Mhm.
like during the Alabama
Oh,
and
okay.
Auburn games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
During Alabama and Auburn football games, they pull in troopers to help.
Mhm.
You know, it's true. The troopers are the ones who normally run with the head coaches for Alabama and Auburn. Inside the stadiums, you see troopers. You normally see sheriff's departments either within, just to divulge, I used to work for Auburn University. It's been a few years since I've been there, but when I was there on game day, the Lee County where Auburn is located, you had the Lee County Sheriff's Office, you had Opelika and Auburn police departments, you had Chambers County, you had Macon County sheriffs, you had and state troopers, and you had Valley Police Department, Lynette Police, from all over the area. Law enforcement converge on those big time events. And so I don't know. I don't know. Normally with Talladega, you see the state troopers out there, helping with traffic and, making sure that people aren't speeding through because that area around Talladega, did she fall?
She fell.
That figures. I have an Elvira NECA figure that refuses to stand up straight, and I had her leaning back. And if you know Elvira, she falls forward all the time. So
Papa Mau.
Yeah. So she all right, Fridge. So yeah, she fell. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got a little Halloween table with pumpkins set up and everything else. So she toppled over like usual. I don't know how to get her to stand up.
She was doing good there for a while. She was hanging in there.
She hung in there for 3 days, and then okay. So anyway, well,
I mean, maybe the Super Speedway just didn't need them this year, potentially.
Yeah. Maybe so, because the lack of people would suggest that. I don't know of course, don't know how many they were on the inside.
I mean, when you showed me that picture initially, before when we were doing our pre-show, that just blew my mind. I mean, that was like I have never. I mean, they even cover that, like how it looks, and like you mentioned Talladega Nights, Jess, and just like when you go to Talladega Super Speedway, you expect that, like, to have like a bajillion people.
It's been a major event. I mean, it's one of the most major events we have here in the state. So
yeah. So it was just surprising. That's all it was.
Yeah.
So I just thought I would ask that, see if you guys had any insight, since we're all not far from Talladega in the Birmingham area. So